Hello, this is Cindy and welcome to my channel. Before I begin, I do want to say a great big thank you to all my subscribers. We have hit 100. A winner has been chosen for the journal giveaway. There will be a link down below. If you haven't seen it, I do announce who the winner is in that video. So we'll move on from there and we'll see what happens next. Two things before we get started on today's project. One is that you may have noticed on YouTube that my videos have been letterboxed. There's a black border around them recently. There weren't in my earlier videos, and then for the past, 2 months, month and a half, I have had that box and I haven't been able to get rid of it. That's because Microsoft, in their inimitable wisdom, went into my computer and disabled the video editor, which came with my computer. They disabled that and gave me Microsoft Clipchamp instead. That is a bit of a problem because I'd never used it before and it kept putting this litter box around it and I couldn't figure out why. I have finally figured out the what to do to get rid of that a little bit. So I have been able to make my videos back to closer to a normal size, but there's still a black line along the top and the bottom. I'm working on it. I don't know how to get rid of that yet. I'll learn. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is my new table. And we're going to see how this works because before I had my camera on a tripod, I had a round table, which it was an antique. It's still an antique. I just have it in a different room now. And it was absolutely wonderful. I really liked it, except that things kept falling off the sides. In many of the videos, if you watch them, you'll see that my pad here is hanging off of the table. So I would get to the corner, I'd do something in the corner and it would fall off the table or things would... Anyway, it was not working out to the best, but I had my tripod next to the table with my the arm for my phone. I film all of these on my phone, and it worked. It was working pretty well, except that I didn't have a lot of space because it was a round table. I now have an old kitchen table. This was actually my table when I was a kid growing up. This was the table that we had in our kitchen. And I'm going to take a minute here and show you the table itself. I'll move my pad over a little bit. And I'm sure many of you recognize that kind of a table. It's this laminate. I love it. It's you can't do anything to it. You can't hurt it. It's going to be great. And now I have to put now I've changed where my camera is. So let me see if I can line myself back up again. There we go. So this is my first video that I'm making with this table. I've made one project so far, done pieces of a project on it. I am enjoying it, but I have had to rearrange where things are. So we'll see how that goes. So today we are making little booklets. I'm pretty sure I have a video showing you how to make these. And there are places that originally this was, just so you could put it in a journal. You could just fill it with some ephemera and stick it in a journal. But I got to thinking today that really this would make a nice little booklet. So today we're adapting this and I am going to make a booklet. So to that end, I have some 6x6 papers that I have cut out. This was a digital that was an 8.5 by 11. And I just wanted the butterflies. This is a piece of ledger paper that I cut down to a 6x6. And I don't know which orientation I want on that yet, but that's another piece of, that was a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock that I have. Actually, it's not even cardstock. It's like computer paper. It's a very thin weight. For my cover, I have chosen, you need a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And if you want to craft along with me, so a 12 by 12. And I've already started it a little bit because I wasn't sure I could remember how to do it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your 12 by 12. Mine's only printed on one side, so I want the white side in. And you're going to fold it in half. Hang on, let me grab my I have not done this part yet, so let me get that nice and firm. So you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to take the sides and you're going to fold them in, but not quite all the way. You want to be able to leave some room in order to, oh, sorry, no, before you do that, I'm forgetting, you got to fold it in half this way. And put that crease down the middle. Then you're going to fold it in half this way so that you have a nice piece. But you want to be able to leave it so you've got some room in here. So leave yourself, I don't know if I measure that, it's, well, if that's 1/4 of an inch, a 1/16 of an inch, an eighth of an inch, an eighth of an inch. So you're leaving about an eighth of an inch. Now you notice I have a little bit of white there. We'll deal with that in a minute. And then you could do the same to this side. Let me get that crease nice and strong. So there we go. So when you're finished, at this point, you have it just folded over like this. Then what you're going to do is you want to fold down your edges here. But, and this is where it gets tricky, and this is why I had to stop and make sure I knew what I was doing, because I get confused. It's easier if you open it up, take that back corner and fold it in, again, so that you have a little bit of space here. You don't want it quite right up to the fold. You want it very close to the fold. Then you're going to take this one down and you're going to fold this one. Let me crease that fold, by the way, before I forget. And I will crease this fold. You're going to fold this one in, but you want to fold it so that you have some space. And I like that little white line showing. I think that looks really dynamic. So we're going to do the same on this side. I have not folded this side yet, so I'm going to fold this side in all the way over to that crease, but not quite to it, almost to it. So I've got a little bit of space there. And then I'm going to fold this one so that I want a little bit of white. Now, the problem is matching up the whites because I don't measure. I'm not a measurer. I probably should. This might be better. And you want to make sure you try to get it level. Okay. There. That worked. Okay. So now I have my folds in. And I'm going to leave it just like that for a moment. I'm going to pause before I do anything else because otherwise I'll forget. And I'm going to put in my little thumb notches. There's a thumb notch there. And a thumb notch there. And you can do this. I use this is a 3/4 inch cutter, but you can also just do it with the scissors. You can make them however you want to do it. And I'm going to do it just like that. Now, when I took this out of the pad, the paper pad, it has a little bit of a perforated edge. And I'm okay with that. I kind of like that. So I'm going to leave it. All right. You are not done because now you have to do the gluing. Let me get my glue book out here. Pull that down. And I use Fabri-Tac for this because I like the thin line of it. And you could do it a couple different. Now you could leave these flaps as open. I don't like to because I've got all that extra stuff there. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to just put a little dab on the corner there and just put that down so it stays down and I don't have to worry about it. And the same thing here. Maybe I'll add a little bit down here. There. So now that's going to stay down and I don't have to worry about it. Because when I fold it over, now I have a couple of choices here. I'm definitely going to make this one so that it's not going to go anywhere. So let me show you what I mean. I want this flap. Oh dear, there was a lot of Fabri-Tac that just came out of there. Let me see if I can't spread that down a little bit. Because that was a lot. Okay, I'm going to fold it over. So now I have, this is a definite pocket. Okay, so I have a pocket here. Let me see if I can grab, this is a Christmas one, but you know, it'll do. So I have a pocket here, and I have a flap here, but I can either make that a flap or I can make it a pocket. Today, I'm going to make it a pocket. So I'm just going to put, I don't know why my Fabri-Tac is just all over the place today. There. Hang on, I'm going to grab I have a little bit of paper towel here. Just dab up that extra Fabri-Tac that is just, I told you I'm having a little trouble with the Fabri-Tac today. Of course, because I'm on camera, you know, if I weren't on camera, it would be behaving itself. And see, it's bubbling all over the place. Yeah, it's not behaving itself today at all. Okay. So let me get rid of it. Oh, it's still going to bubble. Well, while it's bubbling then, let me see if I can do the other side real quick. Again, I got that great big bubble, so let me fold that. And then I'm just going to do this. And then I'm going to stick my top on it as fast as I can. Maybe that'll keep the bubble down a little bit. Hopefully when you do this and do this project, your Fabri-Tac or whatever, your art glitter glue, whatever you're using, won't make quite such a mess. All right, so now I have my booklet. That was pretty easy. Now I want to take my pages here and simply fold them in half. Now, do I want it this way or do I want it? I think I want it this way, so if people want to write on it, they can do that. So I'm just going to fold them in half. And I only have 3 sheets because I don't want a lot of bulk to this. You can add more if you would like, but it really depends upon the purpose of this little notebook that you're making, because you can use it a lot of different ways. You can use it put it in your jacket pocket, put it in your purse to hold stuff. You can, I think I'm going to put them this way, just like this. And then I'm going to put them in here. And see, now I'm going to have a little booklet inside my piece. Isn't that great? Now, you can sew them in. And in fact, if you have a lot of them, if you do more than just, you know, the 3 pages, which will make 12 writing surfaces, I can write here, 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 and then the same on the way out. So you can do it that way. If you have more pages, you absolutely can sew it in. I'm going to just do this one with my stapler. Now this is a long-handled stapler. Hang on, I might want to paper clip those. Let me hang on a second. I'm going to grab a paper clip. Grab my jar of paper clips here. This is an old mason jar that I absolutely love, and I keep my colored paper clips in it. And I'm going to go ahead and paper clip them in because I want to make sure that this doesn't move while I am working. Okay, I think I only need the 2 because this is very small. I have glue all over me. Okay, so now I want the smooth side to be on this side. I want the prong part to be on the inside. And I think I could probably get away with 2 staples, but I'm going to go ahead with 3. I'm going to line it up. Come on. This is the part that always takes the most time, and that's okay. It is worth taking the time to get it right. I know you can't see this. What you're seeing is my hand, but what I'm doing is lining it up so the staple will go on the seam. There we go. Come on. And it takes some time, but that's okay. Like I said, it's worth it. It's worth taking the time. There. Take my paper clips off. Put them back in the thing. And now I have a little booklet that I can slip into my pocket. I can put in my purse. I can do whatever I need to with it. And I like this one with the butterflies on it. Now, obviously what it needs is decoration. So I'm going to pause for a minute while I get some things organized, and then we will decorate this up. Okay, as you may be able to already see, I have gotten a bunch of my butterflies out. I recently cut this out of a travel magazine, believe it or not, and I'm thinking that would be very nice around the front cover. Put that there, and then we'll go decorate from there. So let me throw my glue stick down on the floor and grab a different one. One of the things, however, in having this particular table is that it puts me a little bit, it gives me a little bit more room in the room, but it puts me just a little bit further away from my other. I'm going to just gently fold that so I know where to put it. The one wing is a little bit bigger than the other wing, but I have a chest of drawers behind me, and I keep a lot of my easy to get to stuff right on top of it, and my glue sticks inside the top drawer. And obviously I have to work a little bit to get to that. There we go. Okay, we're going to put you down there. Boy, I'm having glue troubles today. I'm getting it everywhere. Doesn't that look nice? And it covered over one of the staples, which is actually one and a little bit more of one of the staples. And that's a bonus as far as I'm concerned. I have another one that I don't think I'm going to use at this point, but I have these. But I want to put one of, I kind of like this. Actually, I think I want to put you inside. I'm going to put you right here. And then we'll do the same on the back. We'll put another one in there. This one's very similar to one of the others. So let's go ahead and put you here. So we've decorated that a little bit. I'm not going to put any, oh, and I have these. These were some journal cards from a digital download that I ended up not using in my journal that I was making from this. They ended up being extras. I'm just going to trim that down just a little bit. Get rid of the crappy part of the cover. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and use my corner rounder, which is not in the same spot as it was. So I don't know if I'm going to like it way over there or not. I may have to change where I have it. Sorry about the big click. That didn't quite come out the way there we go. And we'll take a minute and we will just do this to the edges of it. But that's a really nice little journal card. That will fit very nicely inside. I'll put that one there. And I'm going to go ahead and let me pull that one down just a little bit. Actually, no, you know what? I think that might be okay the way it is. Let me double check, make sure it's going to fit. Nope, it isn't. So I do want to cut that down just a little bit more to make it fit. So let me just trim that up. What's nice about my current setup is that, and I'll do maybe at the beginning of the year, I will do a here's my craft room. This is what it looks like. Because I've changed things. It doesn't, if you watch, I think I have a video down below about, or I'll link a video down below, because I have a video of what my craft room currently looks like. But I have changed it up. So I've rearranged where things go. I have that wonderful set of shelves that my husband made for me. That's in the video below, but now with this new table, I have a different setup. So, yeah. So there's a couple, maybe I don't want it there because it's a little bit tight. Let me try it here. Okay, fits better in there. I think I might still trim that down, but we'll do that later. Because right now we're going to keep going. A friend of mine gave me these little pieces. I have a great big, this one's really pretty, but it doesn't fit. This is the wrong color scheme for that. So we won't use that one. Same thing with these. They're really pretty pinks, but they don't quite fit this particular piece. I have an entire tray of butterflies. Look, there's a big card. Let's take that out, see if I want to put that in. That works really nicely. If I'm sticking this in a journal, a butterfly journal, I might just go ahead and put that piece in there. This one I'm going to trim down later on. See what I can do. Those were some paper butterfly stickers that are now all over the place in here. Now what I haven't done is, let me see what I could do with this cover a little bit more. I'm going to stick with the butterfly. I'm not going to decorate the pages. I could. Maybe I'll put a little bit of washi or something down here. I don't have any butterfly washi, I don't think. All right, I'll think about that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab some black ink. Actually, you know what? Instead, I have this Rusty Hinge Distress Oxide. It's really kind of an orange. See, when I put it there, it's really kind of an orange, but I like it. So let's put it down here on the cover. Just a little butterfly. And maybe we'll give him another one over here. We'll give him a friend. And of course, you got to do things in threes. So I put them there. I think I want them up here. We'll do the opposite corner. Okay. So there, we have a little bit of that on there. I have stickers that they're too bright. Then I'm not going to use those. What else do I have in here? Oh, I have some other tags. Again, beautiful digital pieces that I got, but they don't fit in here. They're the wrong color. I have this little piece that is from here. So it's off of that same digital. Let me just take the extra little wings off the bottom. So yeah, my trimmer is now over here, and I don't have to constantly pick it up and move it, and I've got it right next to me. Let me, because I have obviously done the edges here before. Let me do those up again. Make it more done. I'll get back up here in frame. This is my problem, is I get up and out of my chair, I move where my chair is, and then I'm not in frame anymore. So let me get up in frame. Hang on. I'm gonna bring things up here so I can get completely in frame. There we go. All right, real quick, put a little glue on this one. I'm going to put you down here. I don't want to make it too bulky because, again, I want to be able to slip it in something, and so I don't want to make it too bulky. So I might just leave it like that at this point. I'll find some washi for that and finish it off. In the meantime, that's it. There we go. Get a little bit of, hit a little bit extra on there. So that was it. It was quick and easy. It's one piece of 12 by 12, a couple of pieces of 6 by 6 that you want to put in the middle. I kept it small again because I'm going to be putting this into a journal, so I don't want it to be too bulky. And I'm going to leave this with it, even though I may take it out later on and actually put it in the journal itself when I make the journal. So there we go. So that's it for making a little tiny booklet, not a little tiny, a little booklet that you can use either independently or within a journal. I will be reviewing this video to make sure that I stayed in frame. I'm a little concerned because the camera is attached to the table that I maybe have jiggled it a little bit. So we're going to find out how that worked. This is a big experiment. Trying to figure out how to make this new table work. So in the meantime, we'll see how things go with that. It is a beautiful day here in the Finger Lakes. The sun is out, but we are on the winter side of autumn. We are definitely, the temperatures struggle to get to 50 degrees. We might hit 50, 51 today, but I'm doubtful. In the meantime, it's fun watching all the leaves fall and to see the pretty colors, which are now fading. And we have more bare trees than trees with leaves at the moment. All right, till later, this is Cindy signing off.